Okay, so the first problem here is I think the engines cut out too much when the so what I had happening was that when you have one engine on, it plays at half volume, but I don't think that's really how it's meant to work. So I think that you're spending so little time. So I guess I'm trying to remember. I think that's actually part of the control system, not the player. That just, yeah, okay. Maybe not. No, it is part of the player. Yeah, because it's part of the engines. So what have we got here? Set engines. Interesting. Okay, so let's have a look again at our engine sound. So we've got this adjust. So somewhere in here, I think we're calling adjust. Oh yeah, like right at the top of the file. Okay. So we get the engine and we just adjust the engine. And then I think, yeah, it's actually in the engine code. Is there engine code? Jet engine. Adjust engine. Oh, here we go. Okay, so right now we're basically saying left engine plus right engine I think what we really want to do is like times 2. So we'll say var volume equals. So that's going to be up to 4, and then we can just say, what do we really want to happen here? So yeah. Okay, so we don't want this to be 2, right? So I guess we want to like just times it by like 1.5 and then clamp it. right? So like, if one engine's on, we kind of want it to go up from, be between 1 and 0.5. Ugh. I should be better at this, but I'm not. I haven't done GameDev for a while. We could just times it by 1.5, I believe, and then just clamp it. I think that's just the easiest way to do this. So clamp the volume between 0 and 1.0. Right? And I guess we can actually, we want to typecast those to float. Okay, so basically it's saying if both engines are on, if one engine's on, then we're going to be at 75% volume. And if both, and we could probably even bump that up even further. Okay. And our overdrive, our reps, engine, so the engine power is equal to this, right? How much power is going through the engines at any one time, and we don't really need that. Yeah, okay, so we clamp that. At 0 and 1. And then that allows us to then take this overdrive amount, which we're treating like the reps. That's determining the pitch, and then we can just do engine power as the volume as well. So that means that the engine power is actually going to affect the pitch as well. I don't know. I want the engines to feel a little bit visceral, so I think it's important to spend a little bit of time on the sound effect. The engine sound is a little bit obnoxious right now. Okay, but I think we're definitely going to tune that down a bit. But now if we add the high shelf and the compressor, I wonder. We bring that gain up a little bit more as well. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it I'm gonna bring it down a bit. Yeah, so the thing is that little bar showing the overdrive, I don't think is enough to communicate to the player the overdrive mechanic, and so I wanted the sounds. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I had a look before for some nice sounds, but it sounds like an alarm clock, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look at what else we have in terms of sound effects, because yeah, I'm not sold on this. That could be quite interesting, like a low. Maybe. Yeah, not. So basically, one of the mechanics. So because you don't have an accelerator button, and there's no like skid button. So like in Mario Kart, you can hop and skid. So instead, the way I make racing a little more interesting is that whenever you're holding down a single engine, it basically stores the power of the second engine that you're not using as overdrive. And then when you re-engage the second engine, you get a boost. So it allows you to take corners. So as long as you take a corner without bumping into something, which obviously decreases your overdrive, you can take a corner, boost out of the corner with the stored up energy from the second engine you weren't using as you were turning the corner. And then that allows you to regain your speed. And it makes the racing a little bit more skill testing, but also fun. You know, I kind of like that sound. Let's see what else there is. I kind of like that bomb drop, but I don't want to use it as is. I think I'm gonna pitch shift it down a little bit. So if we get rid of this engine sound and paste this one instead. And we can trim the sound a little bit because we don't want it like that. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I might even make two different sounds. So make like a sort of bass, a droney bass sound for the engine, and then the thing is that the engines have a sort of periodic like put 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 put. I thought it would be kind of cute to make the I thought it would be kind of cute to make it sound like the engine was sort of put 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 put. Because you're driving such small vehicles, they're so tiny. Like having like a powerful engine just doesn't seem to fit, but I think maybe some sort of drone behind the engine makes sense. But the thing is I'm not really a fan of like racing car games, the audio and racing car games for that reason. Okay, so if we pitch scale it down. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that might actually work. Also, we can remove the distortion from the engine